he has a friend that was telling him the Shia mosque are shirk. Shirk. And that's why he does not enter them. First, we as Muslims, we say, as the Quran said, وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ. There is nothing called Masjid Sunnah or Masjid Shia. Masjid is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It happened, you are responsible about it, so you gave it your own school of thought. But overall, al-masjid is for Allah. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ. Now to claim it is a masjid of shirk, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. Why? He said, because you Shia, you pray on urus or stone. So therefore, this is like an idol. And I see some of you guys, as they said, they, kiss it, they put their forehead on it. So that's kind of, as they claim, is what? Shirk. Tell you, Ya Habibi, if we put our forehead on this small stone, and you consider that this is shirk, associating partner with God, you put your forehead on a carpet, your shirk is bigger than our. Your rug that you make sujood on is bigger than our shirk. So if, because we put our forehead on dedicated item, let it be this or msalli or rug or carpet, then your carpet is a bigger shirk. You are creating a bigger partner, shirk with Allah. That's one thing, isn't it? Secondly, the Shia, they pick up this stone. This stone was not famous before, okay? What's famous was you bring a stone, you pray on non-edible or wearable things. That's the famous among Shia. And it is narrated in Sahih Muslim and other Sahih among Sunni school of thought, our brothers. They say the Prophet used to make sujood. He puts his forehead in salah on what? On a small rug. He called it al-khumrah. Al-khumrah is a small rug made out of dried plant items, like from nakhil. Like some, we have hay msalliya, ash we call it. He used to dedicate his salah praying on that. Does it mean he is associating partners with God because he has a specific tool to make sujood on? And why the Prophet is picking this? You follow the Prophet. Did the Prophet has expensive carpet in Masjid of Medina? They used to have sand, soil, and some places, and that's why they say Abu Turab, Ali Abu Turab. Why? Because one of the reasons he used to make sujood, prolong his sujood, and the sand of the masjid comes on his hair and his clothes. That's one of the explanations, they say. The masjid used to be from hasir, which is, dried portion of nakhil, palm trees, and, soil. In some instant, they say one time it was very hot weather, the Prophet put his abaya and he prayed on it. And this is an exception. So from your books, you are telling me the Prophet, Sahih Muslim, he said the Prophet used to pray on al-khumrah. Al-khumrah is a small piece of rug made out of dried plants from, let's say, palms, most likely. We call it in Arabic hasir, or Lebanese, they call it hasiri. Small one. Does that make him shirk? Involved in shirk? Do not judge people based on your wishes and desire. Khalas, because I want to prove myself I'm right. How I'm going to prove myself I'm right? By putting people down. That's not accepted in Islam. وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنُ قَوْمٍ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا اعْدِلُوا هُوَ أَقْرَبُ لِلتَّقْوَى. As a Muslim, you have to be objective. You are making a huge school of Islam, mushrikeen, because of sajda. And what's sajda? He's telling you, rather than getting soil into this expensive carpet, someone invented an idea. Why don't we dry it out and we keep holding it or put it in the mosque? You don't like it? You can make sujood on a paper. You don't like paper? You can make sujood on wood. You don't like it? You can make sujood on marble. But do not make sujood on something you eat or you dress. Why? Because you have to be connected to the basic elements of your existence. That's the whole idea. This is one of the wisdoms. Has nothing to do with shirk ولا شيء يا حبيبي. يعني هلا إذا واحد بس السجدة معناتها he is making God, small God. يعني أنت لما بتبوس القرآن يعني you are worshipping the papers of the Quran. بيطلع لي واحد هلا سمارت بيقول لي oh it is shirk too. يا حبيبي go find something else man. We are busy. We have more stuff to be worried about. Okay? Why do you go يا حبيبي touch the black stone in Kaaba? الحجر الأسود. Why do you touch it? Why? Why do you make tawaf around a cubic box? It's made out of stone. Why? Why don't you be mushrik? If getting associated with tangible things will make you mushrik, why Islam wanted us to remember as-Safa wal Marwa that Hajar was, going back and forth, 7 ashwat. We still practice what Hajar did. And what's as-Safa wal Marwa? Small hill and a small hill. That's it. This is as-Safa wal Marwa. Hajar was going back and forth to find water for her son Ismail, and that's after that she found Zamzam. Till now we drink from Zamzam. We practice what she did. Hala, we go worship the hill of Safa, the hill of... why we go pray 2 rak'ah close to Maqam Ibrahim? Ya Habibi, what's Maqam Ibrahim in Kaaba? Those who inshallah will go to Hajj. What is it? The footstep. We have the prints of the footsteps of Ibrahim alayhi salam. You make them sacred. Touching Kaaba, it is mustahab. So why don't you consider those ibadah shirk? Because you are naive. I cannot find another word, I'm sorry. Because you want to accuse people, you want to put them down, you want them not to be Muslim. We in the school of Ahl al-Bayt and the majority of Sunnah, other than Wahhabi, we believe every person who says La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, he is Muslim, except under very limited conditions. It's not the time for it. But to accuse a person because he's praying on a stone, mushrik, la hawla wala. Why when you pray am salli, you are not mushrik? This rug is made in China, and you did not even pay tariff on it yet. Okay? Why you don't consider you mushrik then? That's not the right, proper way of the topic. Any question about this? Questions? Okay, second question is about khumus. Sheikh, I have debt, student loan. Do I have pay khumus? Ya Habibi, if you have a student loan, do you pay taxes? Yeah. Okay, what's the relation then? Where's the relationship between not paying khumus and I am in debt? Yeah, if you don't have money and you are not making money and nothing left to pay khumus on, you don't pay khumus. But let's say by the end of the year, your income was, let's say, 100,000 net the profit. You pay your student loan, the payment, the house, utilities, whatever, your car payments. Let's say you ended up having 80,000. That's a net profit. You pay khumus on it. Unless that loan, you have to pay it now. Okay, go ahead, pay it now. But you have money, cash money left as a net profit. You pay khumus on it. Or Sheikh, I'm still living with my parents. Do I have to pay khumus? By the end of the year, if you have, let's say, $10,000 saved allowances from your parents, that money is considered what? Income. You pay khumus on them. You pay once khumus. So after the second year, you pay khumus on that? No. Yani 8,000, you had $10,000, khumus is what? 1/5. That means 20%. So what's left out of that 10,000? 8,000. 2,000 is deducted. 2,000 is the khumus. Yeah. The remaining is 8,000. I'm pretty sure next generation will ask ChatGPT. So $8,000 left. Next year, $8,000 I did not touch. Do I pay khums again? No, you pay khums once on that amount. Okay, that's the khums. The khums is 1/5 or 20% you have to pay on your income as a net profit income. Another thing, let's say you bought 10 shoes. You only wear, one of them every day. The rest 9 still in your closet. By the end of the year, if you do not use them, you pay khums on them. You are, mashallah عليك, Amazon وشين وبين وهين وما بعرف شو shopper. Okay? Still the packages in your basement. By the end of the year, if you do not use them, let's say a lady bought 20 hijab package deal. You only used one. The other 19 you have to pay khums on. Okay? Wallah, I bought a couple pants. They were on sale. You only wear one. The rest, you kept them for later on. You forget about them. You have big closet, mashallah. It's like another fourth. By the end of the year, I did not pay attention. I bought all this. You pay khums on them. So anything excessive, extra, by the end of the year, you pay khums.
What about other investment? Your money is not the same, but you keep
Investment, this is a different story. But because we have some scholars, they say, let's say I have a house, good? And that house I'm living in. While I'm living in this house, and this is my primary, residency. I bought that house 100,000, now it is 1 million. Do I pay khums on it? No, because you are living, it's not for business. But for business, different story. You have to check the market and pay khums every time it goes up per year. Per khums year. Same thing. Merchandise for investment. Sorry? Yeah, so by the end of the year, what's left? You sold them. So now you look at the budget, your net profit. Yeah, by the end of the year, you look, hey, how much I made money and pay khums on. If that's still there, and before your khums year, it gets higher prices, you pay khums on the higher prices. Okay? Other questions? Yeah, khums is a big deal. We have a group of Shia, they did not believe Imam al-Rida. One of the reasons is what? Khums. And then you find some guy, is khums in Islam? Ya habibi, khums in Islam. All Muslims believe in khums, Sunnah and Shia. Sunnah brothers, they have khums in certain things, like a treasure, like, things you get out of the land, or in war, in certain circumstances. Shia, they expanded that and they say khums of everything that, in addition to that, and everything that you earn. And by the end of the year, you still have it as cash or extra, let's say clothes, food, whatever. You pay khums as in details. I don't have time for it. But this is the concept of khums. Okay? The last question, before I forgot. The last question, is it permissible to make sujood on writing paper? We said yes. Unless that paper is made out of cotton, it's a different story. But those are from trees. Another question, is it permissible to deposit money in a saving account? Yeah, because what's haram in riba is to put a condition. So let's say I don't want to keep my money in the house. Avoid, stealing, fire problems. I kept them in the bank. By the end of the year, the bank gave me, profit, interest on that, or dividend. If it were to be stocks. I did not ask for it. I did not, request that. It's not in the contract. That's not interest. The idea of interest is when you are exploiting someone. So let's say I need $10,000. I come to him, don't believe me. Hey, can you lend me $10,000? Yeah, Sheikh, I will, but you return it 12,000. This is haram. He puts here a condition. But by the end of the year, I returned the $10,000 for him. Out of caring, I give him extra $3,000. Is that riba? No, he did not request that. It's just a gift from me. Big difference. The haram things, when you go to the bank and ask him, hey, you know what, that guy, how much is your interest here? Oh, I would rather put them in a CD. That's a problem. That's a problem. Allah, to some scholars, can I get interest from non-Muslim because this is their laws and their life, style? Definitely, we have different opinions regarding that subject. Any questions? Yes. If it is a hadiyah, so let's say, okay, thank you. So let's say I got married. I gave a dowry for my wife, $10 million. Okay? Does she have to pay khumus on that? No, dowry you don't pay khumus on. Let's say I gave this gentleman, he is a nice guy, $10,000 as a gift. Does he pay khumus on that? Some scholars, they say yes. Some scholars, they say there is no khumus on hadiyah. Like Sayyid Ali, Sayyid Sistani, you have to. Sayyid Ali, you don't have to. So it depends. Al-irith, you do not pay khumus on irith. So if you inherit something, you don't pay khumus on. Okay? Other questions? تقبل الله أعمالنا وأعمالكم وإلى أرواح موتانا وموتى المؤمنين والمؤمنات نهدي ثواب الفاتحة تسبقها الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.